Hey everyone, welcome to the Cryptid Podcast. My name is Roger Morse. I haven't did a video in some time, and I was debating on what to really do this on, and there's something that I've been thinking about for some period of time, to be honest with you, and just tell my own experience of what happened, in my experience, and it's really been difficult for me to decide. People's probably going to say I'm crazy. It's all right. I've questioned my own sanity in my own life. There's people who don't believe. There's people who's going to believe. And maybe this video will even help somebody else come forward with their own experiences. So let me, this is a cryptid channel. This is about a cryptid experience dealing with what I believe to be a Bigfoot. 7 years ago, if you had come up to me and said anything about a Bigfoot or a dog man or a rape or UFOs and all that, I probably would have laughed at you, and moved on and thought you're crazy. So I can understand people wanting to call me crazy, Thing about it is, here we go. 7 years ago, late October, I've been staying on my family's land in a cabin. And I was ginseng digging one day. And, that morning when I got up, I had took off from my normal spot, walking through the middle of the field. I was headed toward the woods, and I heard something say, "Good morning, Roger." I answered it back and said, "Good morning," and kept on walking, and thought to myself, boy, you are going nuts. You are really losing your mind. And nothing pretty well happened. I ginseng digged out that area a little bit, and 2 or 3 hours. I got in my car and I went to another location, and it's getting late in the evening. I'm coming out. I hear a helicopter. And the land I was on, it follows the wood lines with the hills and hollers, so you can imagine being curved and going across a field. And I come up on the bridge, and the cornfield's like to the right of that bridge. And I see this helicopter hovering, probably, I'd say 50 foot maybe off the ground. Mine ain't been that much, maybe 30 to 50 feet off the ground. And I see the pilot. I see a guy standing with 2 doors open on each side of it. There's no markings on this helicopter. It's green. It was just like an Army helicopter would be. So I can't say what kind of agency it was or nothing like that, because I don't know, or I would tell you. The thing about this, it's like it held that position till I left. It didn't move, and it was still holding that position when I looked in my mirror and seen it as I was leaving. Another situation, I thought, man, here I am, I'm going crazy again, And I go to my nephew's house, and I asked my nephew, I said, "Have you seen any helicopters fly over this area in the last little bit?" He said, "Yeah." He says, "I've seen 5 fly over this area." And so I thought, well, now I'm not going nuts. I thought, well, and where this area is at, it's not uncommon to see Army helicopters fly through at low altitudes and stuff like that, But anyway, I get back to the cabin. I've settled in. I took my shower. Sitting outside in my car. I was sitting in my car, actually. And I see this. This is dark now. So if I'm all over the place, just please forgive me with it, because this is no script. This is just my experience. I see a light, like in the woods, in front of me. And I'm thinking, well, that ain't really unusual to see lights in the woods, thinking, somebody might be coon hunting, running their dogs, and I'll get to hear a pretty good race because I'm in this hollow by myself, And I didn't ever hear no dogs, but the light started getting brighter, like illuminating brighter. It wasn't like a solid light or a flashlight or a car light. There wasn't no way for a car to be where the heck it was at anyway, And then, like above the ridge above it, it's like that light sprung out up over that ridge, and it's a white light, and it was real big, and it moved from one side of the property clear behind me to the other side, and I thought, man, that's wild, and that really scared me. And I didn't really know what to do, experiencing this. I didn't really know what to do. So I sat there and I lit me a cigarette and I rolled down my window in my car and, and I just sat there and I was listening. Now, I started hearing something. Deep gruntle sounds that I did not understand, and started hearing almost like there was words being mentioned within it, and that really bothered me, and I really don't want to say it, so because all I have is my experience. Whether you believe me or not, I have no power over that, And I'm hearing these sounds, and I'm trying to make it out, and I'm trying to listen, and nothing makes sense to me. But these sounds, man, they just keep on and keep on and keep on, and they're getting louder and closer. I happened to look out the right-hand side of my car, and probably about, I'm going to say, 40 yards, and that it might even be closer than 40 yards. I seen this thing standing there that was tall, very tall and very wide. Estimated height, I have no idea. I'm guessing this thing had been 8 to 10 foot tall, I guess, and I'm thinking, boy, I'm going crazy as hell, seeing all this shit, and then it's like it was so tiresome dealing with this, and that I started mocking the sounds I was hearing. And it's like this thing was still there, and it was like it sort of like it spoke to me in my mind or something, and it's like why are you here? And I remember telling this thing in my mind and speaking out loud to it. This is where I live for now, and whatever you're doing over there, I'm not going to bother you, so leave me alone here. Maybe not so much in that content, I can't remember every word that come out of my mouth, but I remember being very afraid. And the next morning, I woke up And I still did not know what I had experienced the night before. Now, look, I know a lot of y'all don't, some of y'all, not a lot of y'all, but some of y'all don't believe in Ron Morehead's chatter. And truth of it is, it may not be true what he said or what he taped, but the thing about it is, what I heard that night was that same chatter that he recorded. I never knew nothing about Ron Morehead until a week or so later after the experience I had, because I was researching about these Bigfoot sightings and stuff, and because I wanted to try to figure it out on my own, you know, and started relating to some of this stuff, and especially that, you know, and the growling and all that stuff. And I thought, man, what I experienced with Bigfoot. See, now my sister, she never, she believed in Bigfoot. I never did. And I used to make fun of her and say, you're crazy, you know. And now I can't do that because I've had my own experience with it. I know that they are real, you know. There's the thing about was, it's like a few years before that, I was in the same location. I seen that same light go from one side of my property to the other. And that tells me that there's more involved than what I've seen. I've had experiences with a lot of stuff since I've been a child. It's like when I was young, first of all, I was raised in a good Christian home, good mother and father. I'm the youngest of 4 children, you know, and can't say life was bad in that way whatsoever. But when I was young, I'm gonna say 10 or 11, I was outside playing and just throwing a football up and catching it. And I see this orange, like an orange light, come into view and just stop in midair in the sky, very high in the sky actually. And I sit there and I look at it and I'm thinking, that's a UFO. Because I'd heard about them by then, you know, it's a UFO. So, and it took off. And I run in the house and I'm telling my mom, because she taught us don't ever believe in Bigfoot, don't believe in none of this stuff, you know, because it ain't real, she said. I'm like, Mom, I know you told me not to believe this stuff and it ain't real. I said, but I just seen one. And she got wild. She's like, Roger, that's just a weather balloon. Now you go on. Now my oldest sister was there at the time, and she said, well, that's a UFO, Mom. And that's the way it was. But it's like, you know, I'm always fighting demons. You know, I've had some dreams that where I'm fighting demons that I win against because I choose to look the fear in the eyes and win through faith and experience. Sometimes these dreams take a lot out of me, you know. It makes me question a lot of things, you know. So, you know, that's the short version of what went down. I want to thank Roger over at LBL for encouraging me this morning to need to see a video, you know. And man, and the other guys, it's like, you know, I'm not on here to make $1 off of this. I'm pretty well poor. I've been poor half my life. I'm not asking for no money. I'm not taking no money. I don't do this stuff for clicks and money. You know, I just choose to be truthful about it. Truth as I know it to be. You know, whether you believe or not, that's left up to you. But if you've had your own experience and you'd like to have it read, send it to my email and I'll read it on here for you. That's at morseraj@gmail.com. Make sure you type it all in small letters so I can receive your email. I do check my emails. You know, there's going to be some, I feel like there's some videos going on right now that's going to dismantle some of you higher up podcasters that's out there telling fake crap to people. You're going to be dismantled from it. You can expect it. You know, some of us just want to know the truth. It's like I figured anything I experience, and I've experienced a few other things since then that I haven't really shared about. You know, mainly lights. I haven't had no encounter of a sighting like I did then. You know, and even in that sighting, it helped me. It hurt. It made me question my sanity. I denied it for a long time. You know, I denied it for a long time. I didn't want to come forward on all this stuff starting out because I just didn't know what the hell I was dealing with at all. Well, you know, that's about all I got today. It's like, I hope everybody has a beautiful day. Way you overcome fear is face the fear. You know, ask for help when you need help. Pray for each other. And tell the truth. If these podcasters, like some of them are, you're lying to people. You're flat lying to people. I know it for a fact that you're lying to people. And some of you wouldn't know the difference between a possum and a gray squirrel. I can promise you that. And, you know, like I said, I was born and raised in the woods. And to have this experience when I did at a later age like that, I just don't know. It just sent fear down me, and it's took me a while to start overcoming all that fear. So hopefully you'll see some more videos from me in the woods, and fall's coming. It's getting about that time. I'm looking forward to going to LBL in November. I think it's in November or October 1 to the big shindig they're having down there, and maybe run into a few people. And y'all have a great day. Bye.